I think I heard it before, but I'm not even sure. So I'm kind of excited to find out who this is and what it's about. Who is the person now?
You know what? I have had countless.
Drop some names.
Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Red Fox. I go back as far as Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, we get the picture.
Clinton, Oprah. The list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Okay,
it's just hundreds of celebrities that I've actually had brief encounters with.
Well, a lot of people can say they've had encounters with celebrities, but you've had countless. And I think we kind of went over the numbers once, and it's well over like 50 brief encounters. So I think I've had
way more than 50.
Way more than 50 brief encounters. So I'm really excited because this man, Earl the other Winfrey, does not give interviews. Countless times people will say, I need you to tell me that story. I need you to tell me that story. In fact, it actually
I'm kind of stupid. That's why. And I don't want to come off sounding stupid.
I didn't say that. You are.
I'm kind of stupid, y'all. I don't want to come off sounding like I'm a retard. That's why I don't give a lot of interviews.
Right there, that word you just used is a word we don't use in 2023, so I can see why you're not interviewed.
I'm talking about myself.
Still, I don't care who you talk about. You don't use that word anymore.
He's an idiot.
Let's move forward.
Guy's an idiot. And it's hard to believe someone even if they tell the truth, if they're an idiot, it's hard to believe them.
I'm starting to see this more clear. Okay, so here, more clearly, here we go. Tell us about your celebrity interview. This one brief encounter you had with this one person.
Okay, you know what? I've had so many, but if you ask me, if you said, well, what's the one that really stands out? What's the one where you wish you could turn back the hands of time? What's that one? What's that one, Earl? You've had so many, but what's the one? The one that you wish you could have done things differently. That's the one with Gladys Knight.
Ooh. Now, let me be clear. I want to know for sure. We're talking the Gladys Knight and the Pips. I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. That one?
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the Gladys Knight that I'm talking about. You want to hear the story?
Yes, we want to hear this story.
So it all began one graveyard shift. I'm working room service, and we had order takers who used to take. I was a supervisor, and order takers would take a break. And so when they take a break for 30, 40 minutes, I would answer the phone. Order takers, they answer the phone. They take the room service orders. And so my order taker had what I'm breaking, so I'm answering the phones for her. So the phone rings about, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we have caller ID. And the caller ID said G Knight. G Knight. So I'm taking the order, so I say she ordered a steak. So I say, you want that well done? She said, yeah, how do you know? I said, yeah, I know we like the steaks well done. I know how we like our steaks cooked. She's like, well, so she ordered a couple of items. And I said, you know what, I have a question for you. Because the voice sounded a little familiar, but I wasn't 100% sure. So can I ask you a question? She says, yes. I said, are you Gladys Knight? And she says, yes, I am. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to take care of you personally. I'll bring this up and I'll take care of you personally. And she says, thank you. You're so kind. So anyway, so I prepare a special table for Gladys Knight where I put together her steak, the size she wanted. And I also added on the table, which she did not order, a bottle of red wine, a bottle of white wine, and some fruit and cheese that I put all together elaborately on this table for her. And I rolled it up to her room. So when I rolled it up, she's like, wow, this is so nice. I set it up really, really nice. This is so nice. This is so nice. This is so sweet. So she's like, you have a check for me to sign? I'm like, no. I said, nope. I said, this is entirely on the house. I said, I'm just happy just to take care of you. She's like, wow, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. She's like, well, let me give you something. Let me give you a tip. I said, no. I said, I don't want a tip. I don't want anything. I'm just happy to meet Gladys Knight. I don't want a tip. You don't owe me anything. I said, this is totally on the house. She's like, that is so sweet. You're so nice. Thank you so much. So I leave the room. So once I leave the room, I write a note and put it on my desk where everybody can see it. It says, this room, 1022, is a VIP. Please take care of her every single night. Make sure her wine and fruit is refreshed every single evening. Right? Every single evening, refresh. And what that means by refresh is, that means you get a key, you go up to her room, and if the wine is half full, you pull it out, and you ice up another bottle of white wine, and you give her red wine, and you give her fresh fruit and cheese. So I had a note on my desk to make sure every single day, around 6 p.m., you refresh her room with wine and cheese. So they did it every single night. They refreshed her room. And to be honest, I had almost kind of forgotten about it because, I'm a busy dude, So I really didn't think about it, So I just left a note, and everybody was taking care of it. They were refreshing the room every single night. So about 5 days go by, and I come in, and there's a note on my desk. The note says, please call room 1022 when you get in. So again, I work the graveyard shift. So I get there about 11 o'clock that night, and I see the note saying, please call room 1022. So I call the room, and of course it's Gladys. And she says, what is your name? I said, my name is Earl Winfrey. She said, thank you so much. She said, you guys have really, really outdone yourselves. She said, you guys really have took care of me. She said, I had wine and fruit every single day. She said, thank you so much. And I also said on that note, if she orders anything, do not charge her. Leave the bill for me, and I would just sign off on it. So she ordered a couple of items, but she never paid for room service. I just signed off on it. So she was like, I just want to say thank you so much. That's really, really sweet of you. Really nice. I want you to come up. Can you come up? Come upstairs and say bye to me because I'm leaving in the morning. Can you come up and say bye? I'm like, no, I'm kind of busy right now. She's like, no, please come on up. I'm like, I know I'm kind of. She's no, I want you to come up and say bye. I'm leaving. I said, okay, fine. I'll be up shortly. So I go up to her room and knock on the door, and she had this black negligee on. It was a black full-length negligee. Now, to be honest, I couldn't see anything. It wasn't revealing. I couldn't see like nipples or nothing like that. But it was. What'd you say? What'd you say?
No, I said we don't use the word nipples.
Well, it wasn't revealing, but it was a nightgown. It was a long nightgown, like it was like the bottom part, the top part, and a long coat type thing over it that touched the floor, and it wasn't revealing, but it was a nice black lace outfit. So I open up the door, and she just jumps right in my arms.
Oh, wow.
She just jumps in my arms.
She wanted some different kind of service tonight.
She just jumps in my arms and give me this big hug. This big hug. And then she's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. She said, you are so sweet. You are so sweet. So she sits on the bed.
Wait, you welcome yourself on into the room. You come on in.
Door's closed. So she sits on the bed.
And close the door behind you.
Door's closed. She sits on the bed. And she's like, you know what? She said, you really took care of me. She said, Earl, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. She says, have a glass of wine with me. I'm like, no, I'm working. I'm not doing that. I'm working. Like, come on. You can have one glass of wine. It's not going to hurt you. I'm like, no, I'm working. I'm working right now. I really appreciate the offer. You're like, one glass. Come on, Earl. Just have just a little. I'm like, I don't even drink. She's like, can you just have a little something? Just hang out with me for a minute. I'm like, no, I really, really appreciate it. I'm really trying to be like the constant professional. I'm in a tuxedo. I'm trying to be a professional. She's like, just hang out. I'm like, no. I said, thank you so much. I just want to just take care of you. I said, we're just happy. I said, if you're happy, we're happy. I said, we just want to just take care of you. So I wouldn't stay. And
so you what?
I wouldn't stay.
You would not stay?
Would not stay in the room. So she took a piece of paper and she wrote down her phone number on it.
Uh-oh.
The name of her phone number. And
you got the digits?
I got the digits. So she says, here is my number. If you're ever in L.A., she said, please give me a call. She said, I would love to have you come by and visit sometime. I says, okay, cool. Thank you so much. So I take the number, put it in my pocket, and I give her another hug, and I leave. Right? So it's not the end of the story. So I go home that morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and she's on the radio being interviewed, and they're talking to her. And she's saying that, she said, last night, she said, I was in a hotel, and she said, it's fine. Young man just took good care of me all week long.
Oh, that don't sound good. Did she know how that sounds?
She said, it's fine. Young man took care of me all week long. She said he made sure I had wine.
Oh, okay. She explained.
made sure I had wine, cheese, and fruit in my name in my room, and he just took care of me all week. And she said, I had him in my room last night, and she said, you know what? I tried everything under the sun to get that man to stay, and she said he would not stay. She said I tried everything. She said that man would not stay, and she said I just want y'all to know. And this was the first time that I ever in my life heard this term. The first time I heard about this term in my entire life. She said, I want y'all to know divas need love too. And that was the first time in my entire life that I heard that term, even divas. She said, diva needs love too. And that's pretty much the end of the story. So far as the phone number is concerned, I was driving down the street on Lakeshore Drive, and with my girlfriend at the time, and I showed her the phone number that Gladys Knight gave me, and she took it and she threw it out the window. And that is my Gladys Knight story.
You heard it here first. This is an Earl the Other Winfrey exclusive. He doesn't give out interviews often, and I'm very lucky to have got the Earl the Other Winfrey
if
and
I could
Gladys
turn back the hands of time.
Yeah. What would you have done? Would you have given that diva some love too? Time will never know.
Hey, then you know what? Shortly after that, she ended up hooking up with the other guy, the guy who's the motivational speaker.
Les Brown.
Right after that.
She got some loving. Well, thank you for the interview. Thank you for the exclusive interview with Earl the Other Winfrey. Many people don't have interviews with him. I'm proud to say I have. Oh, and they don't have this story. No one has this story. So I love that I have that exclusive.
I apologize for the hiccups. I'm not really a radio type guy. I'm more of a behind the scenes dude.
Okay, well, thank you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate IntellectualRadio.com. And that was me, Wanda B, with The Buzz.
Wanda B, The Buzz. Again, share it out. Retweet. Do what you got to do. Wanda B, The Buzz.